Hello! Welcome! Welcome to the Astropub, ladies and gentlemen. Your space bar at the end of the universe. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show. We got a good one for you. How y'all doing? Hey, Cody. So, today is the call-in show. I'm going to get it set up on Discord now, ahead of time. So we have this, have it ready to go. So if you want to have your thoughts on 4-7, let me know. Join us on the Discord, exclamation word Discord to get there. I'll be talking about it over the next, as we play it, talk a little bit more about it. Update the game. Or update the Discord. Dragging doors around. Oh, wait, you said 4-7, my bad. You say something earlier? I'll take my lunch in like an hour. I might jump in if you're still running it. I will be, I mean, it's going to be in a bit. Like, it's going to be a little bit longer than that, Harbinger. We're going to start it in about, 2.5 hours, so it's going to be a while. All right. Hey, Was, how you doing? Hey, Sylvan. Or, Synthvian. Synthvian, there we go. Oh, I'm asleep. Asleep with my eyes open, I guess. I also am going to make a little bit of a change. I will be streaming on Monday, but I'll be streaming Monday a little earlier because I have Monday off, and I'd like to stream a little bit. But I'm going to go see Project Hail Mary on Monday, so. All right, so chat, I'm gonna say this right now. This is what, honestly, this is what Pyro should look like. They should take this same style and still like import it into Pyro with less garbage. This whole thing, like, yeah, this is old. It's beaten up. It's maintained because people live here, but there's still trash here and there. There's stuff around. I don't mind the random fire, honestly. I think the random fire is a good idea if it's, like, done with a purpose. Like, the reason why they have the fire is for heat, is for warmth. But then you'd have to have, like, a reason why that is. So you'd have the fire either in big open areas or right by places where they would be, normally would be, like, vents. And, like, don't get me wrong, I don't mind, like, a big open area like they have in some of those stations where it's, like, a big area that's just trash. But that should be an area you see. Because you still see, like, you know, look at this. Graffiti and stuff like that. Not even like a trash compactor, like a landfill. Like, yeah, this one section of the entire, isn't.
Yeah, I thought you might take it. Howdy. Good to have you.
Getting a fucking snazzle stick when you can get coffee right here for free. Don't get me wrong. I understand the dilapidation. It should feel dilapidated, but the stations shouldn't feel as dilapidated as everything else because they're controlled by people who understand business. Yeah, no, fuck you, bitch. I'm getting my coffee, which is free. I'm not buying any shit from you. That you dump your trash because they're burning off excess fuel and O2 because the systems are so fucked. If you don't, the station will literally oxidize out from underneath them. I can see that. They exist, but they are they're not the same machines. They're another machine. They just need to like turn those machines and make them real. They're like bigger. They look more like they have like tea and other options as well.
Hey, let me know if you need anything.
Because I don't mind the fires burning. I know a lot of people's like, why would you have fires burning? It's because heat. But it eats up oxygen. So there should be areas where they're growing plants. You know? Where you plan to have a base? At 1.0, if you decided yet. Personally, I'm going to live out of Nyx because it's the closest I have to home until I get Magnus. But I'll probably have like the actual museum will probably be in place like Castra or Stanton. Also, we had Big Noodles. Big vending machines real when? They just have to fix that up. Got my hydration, let's go.
Why buy something?
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
All right, let's pull out Star Runner.
Your insurance claim has been sent. Thank you. Please visit us again.
No, it's going down because we're registering the how empty. What's up, bud? That's probably bad. That's also probably bad. I'll live out in my ironclad.
What's new with you?
Oh, the lighting is so much better than it used to be.
One of those light adjusters that automatically compensates bullet drop based on the atmosphere sampling.
Like you can actually see the light and the haze from the like these overhead lighting. You can tell like the light is actually coming from these light fixtures and these light fixtures over here. So like it's much brighter here. There's more shadows in that direction because it's further away from the light and sort of being blocked. There's light here, but it's sort of different. It's a different like color.
I'll never begrudge anyone making a living, but this feels personal. Passing on the deal of the century.
I love that they're barkers now. They talked about the barker system for so long. I'm glad they're actually barkers.
Hey, what's up? Come see what we got.
What the fuck was that? See what commodities you got. Comp board and dynanium? Dimantium? Can't wait to live out of the RSI Galaxy this year. Hey, it's coming out.
Come on in.
Howdy. Good to have you.
Registering what? Registering how full the coffee cup is. So that bar is like at 100%, it's fully, and then as it's going down, it means I'm drinking more coffee. That means that the cup is full of less and less coffee.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Oh, 4 minutes.
Please visit us again.
Papa right when? Yeah. So you were thinking about more of like a, how much till you're full, and it's really more how full the cup is. Whole M win? Never. Yeah, we're gonna be doing a call-in show a little bit later, in about 2.5 hours, and it'll usually last about 40 minutes or so. That's how long those shows usually last. And the main point of the show is to hear your thoughts on 4.7. I want to hear your thoughts on your experiences with 4.7, everything from the Aurora Mark II, to Rockbreaker, to the new missions, to crafting and the UI, the new inventory UI. That's a player. What's up, bud? What you looking at? What's your name? Calls. I can actually fuck with this stuff. I have some things said about mining and the 1,000-point quality ores. We can talk a little. We'll talk about that.
Yeah. Why buy something when you can just take up space for free?
Missed chance to talk about 4.7 on 4.7. Well, is 4.7 a Saturday?
You go?
No, 4.7's a Tuesday.
Just business, I guess.
I will say the prospector should get a gold pass this year. So it's inert filters. So it has its inert filters, or maybe not put them in filters in anymore because they have mining components. What do you think, Paul? I don't do enough mining to know, really. It's pretty funny how you could see how much money the guy had on his shoulder, over his shoulder. Yeah.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
Okay.
Please visit us again.
Tried to run bunkers yesterday. Lost a full loot box to my personal hangar with rare guns in it. Lost 4 ships. The bunkers ended up Pleasure my 4th attempt. Damn. That's a feature. In fact, it's not fully fleshed out, but you're supposed to be able to see what people have their Moby Glass on, because you can actually see. That's the whole point. Is you're supposed to be able to see the. It's fully rendered in game. It's not just like a screen for your character. Like it's rendered live. The difference is that, as you could see, you couldn't see this information. You couldn't see any of this information. All you could see was the crime stat, their health, and then you could see some of these parts right here. I wouldn't hold your breath with inert filters. CIG seems to be on the path of making mining and refining as annoying and inefficient as possible. I do think that they'll end up using the inert material for something else. They'll be used for another factor, like construction materials or something. They'll want you to use every part of the Buffalo, because at a certain point, inert materials are just waste. And CIG in every other aspect has been doing their best to try to optimize the fuck out of the game so that they have as much, like, what they're showing off isn't just fluff, it is also content. It's also things that affect the game. So they're trying to cut as much as they can to keep the game efficient.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
And that's my problem when it comes to
Your vehicle has been delivered to the. Please visit us again.
when it comes to the current crafting system and the 1,000 point thing that they have. Is it makes it so that there's some material you just don't use. So it's going to lead to a lot of material that's just waste material in the context of gameplay, which is not good for optimization of your I don't even know what the right term is for this. Your backend, your databases. Like, it makes sense in a single player game to have a bunch of like random stuff that's just filler, you know, that's just decorations. And if you can interact with it, it makes it really cool and interesting. But even then, you probably want to have some purpose for it. Like, it shouldn't just be there.
Crusader Industries, a journey worth taking. Systems on. Landing gear up.
Ira, we go. I think the hacking stuff is for Squadron 42 based stuff. But we know the Legionnaire got not far. It was still in White Box. So I think it never left White Box when it was produced. Though I do think it'll be one of the faster ships because it's fairly small. The other thing to remember is that the Legionnaire doesn't need just hacking, it also needs Maelstrom. Because Maelstrom is needed for them to be able to do the breaching charges and those sorts of things. Once the game goes live, what will be your main game loop? Smuggling. Or I should say, morally gray / illegal, low quantity, high value runs. Have they developed a hand scanner yet, or are there any plans to? There was discussions on it very early on in the game. They want to do a hand scanner like Aliens, but I think that's evolved into the FPS ping. So you'll be able to ping with the right helmet and the right equipment while you're on the ground, but it's not going to be like a hand scanner. My guess is that they're going to take a lot of the ideas of being like a hand tool and replace it with armor. So like, being able to scan for minerals will be to scan rocks, you'll want to have a mining armor like the Uriel, which will have a unique mining scanner. Medical scanners will be more of a medical tool that used in medical armor, and so on and so forth. Where's the pub going to be? Is it still going to be a 600i? Right now, it's going to be a 600i, but there might be a physical location somewhere. If it is, it's probably going to be in Nick's. Okay, maybe I was missing out before. I used to have a lot closer to the rocks to find out what they were. They do need a better readout for pinging, like a screen you can scroll through to show you what you just scanned. There needs to be better filtering. CIG started that process of filtering a little bit better when it comes to travel, but they need to have better filtering. And the honest God answer is they need a dedicated modules for mining ping versus combat ping versus like obstacle ping, like exploration, combat, and mining, and combat can also be salvage. Do I have an org? I do. Dell is actually one of the officers of it. It's called the League of Relic Enthusiasts. I really need to start linking that more. But we go every Sunday. We can hang out together, but we do more than just Sundays. We sometimes hang out on other days as well, Fridays and Saturdays, and play some games. Play Star Citizen mostly. We're a small group of people, though. We're like, what, 20 active people? The thing is I think that's really that differentiates us from a lot of other organizations. Is that we don't require you to be like super active, but we do want you to be like, once a month, hang out with us, once every couple of months, to be somewhat active. But we're also not like, you're going to have this uniform and be super strict. Though we will probably have uniforms at some point. It's more of just a, hey, so we can see you, so we don't shoot each other. We're not like a super strict group, but we are an organized group. We try to be as organized as possible to make sure that people can get fair deals to get distribution and that stuff. Right now it's once a year. Okay, yeah. An organized organization? Shocking. It's more than you realize. It's not a usual thing. A lot of organizations in Star Citizen are just like holding spots for people who want to feel like they have a place to go hang out. Rarely do we have folks who are Rarely do you see places where folks are like, hey, you can you can show up and just, you know, be active and hang out. How do you think smuggling is going to affect your overall reputation? Because that's going to be a big thing for like being in Stanton and stuff like that. I think it really depends on if you get caught or not. I don't plan on getting caught, but if I do, you know, I don't plan on being a pirate, so I don't think I'm going to have nearly as much of a negative reputation. Fucking asshole. This dude left his fucking hornet or his arrow here. I'm going to be a dick. I'm going to be a dick. Yeah. And use my nose to just scrape him up. Oh, wait. Probably.
Landing gear up.
There we go. Pad ramming Paul. Just knocking him off the pad so I can actually. Come on, bud. Let's go. Ah, damn it.
Landing gear down.
I'll go deal with it. Reported, yes. Now I can actually refuel, though. So what I'll do is I'll go up, move over here, park right here.
Landing gear up.
That's not too surprising. 18K for a max lift. Don't park your shit here, bib. I'm not sorry, by the way, chat. Dude shouldn't have parked his fucking ass on the fucking place where people are refueling. He deserves getting his ass knocked off. With Paul, yeah. See, the way I see smuggling is that it's a gameplay that's going to require me to be good at piloting, good at stealth. Understand, be a little bit more cautious when it comes to things like onto things like doing business and stuff like that. That one. And see, I was nice enough to have parked my stuff off to the side, so now this Hermes could stay here and hang out and land. See? I wasn't a dick. The other guy was a dick. Honestly, I believe data running should be under lawful smuggling as a career. It can be illegal smuggling. Data running is a similar sort of style, sure. But for me, it's not like, oh, Paul wants to be Han Solo. No, Han Solo was a shit smuggler. I want to be the guy who has access to those things that you want, that are very hard to find. That may not be like player owned or player created, but like you can find them, like materials which are completely illegal that you need for crafting. I know somebody who has something like that, but you can't get it in Stanton. See, he's gone already. He sat down, fueled up, and left like a normal fucking human being would. Can't get mad at me because you parked your fucking Arrow where everyone needs to go refuel instead of parking off to the side. What is this, your first day in game? I have the most opposite cat I've ever seen. He's sitting in front of an air conditioner. Well, I mean, my cat likes to sit on top of my my tower when I'm playing games. I'm always concerned about it because I'm like, she's gonna like clog up my vents or something. But I mean, I understand why. The fans are pushing upwards, so air is coming up, and it's all hot air. So she can she gets a fan on her body while laying down, and it's also warm, so she gets warm and air circulation. Cat likes the cold. Well, is your cat big and fluffy? And it may not be that your cat likes the cold. It may also be that the cat just likes the air circulation. Han Solo peaked in his first run, lived off that rap the rest of his career. Hot take, Han Solo was Chewbacca's beloved lucky pet that saved Chewbacca's life once, so the Wookiee stood by that pet human forever after. I mean, that's sort of true. To Pyro we go. Chewie is also far fucking older than Han is. This is probably not canon at all, but my head canon is that Chewie is actually older than Yoda, and so when Yoda's talking to Chewbacca in like episode 3, he's really talking about one of his oldest, dearest friends. That Chewie's just so old compared to even Yoda that Yoda was like, oh wow. I know Chewie. I've known Chewie as one of these people for forever. Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably wrong. Morph is here. What are you doing up, Morph? It's like fucking piss ass or late night. It's 2 a.m., yeah. Oh, he's in a big ship. That's an Idris, isn't it? Did he not name his Idris? Or is his Idris named Morphologist? You're streaming too? Okay. All right. This is where I swap out to my my preferred ship for these sorts of missions. It's going to be the Gladiator. Put down. Quick refill. Hop out. You gonna have a merchant man? I do have a merchant man, yes. That was the original plan, was to take the merchant man and turn it into a pub. But like, I don't know when it's going to release. And I think the 600 is probably going to be a little bit more interesting for that.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility. Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility. Your insurance claim has been... Thank you.
2 minutes. See if we can get any missions. I don't think we can here.
Goodbye.
We can try. Yeah, there's nothing really here. Hey, Tree. PMM or 600 rework, which just gone through 8 more. Or I think it depends. Are we going to see Paul Jones return to CIG now that he's no longer working for Ubisoft? Is that Yoda character from Mandalorian actually Yoda? No, it's not Yoda. Its name is Grogu. But he's part of Yoda's species. The thing about Yoda's species is that the name of Yoda's species is Yoda's species. There is no name for Yoda's species. That was one of the, like, hard and fast rules that, George Lucas set. Because he wanted to have some mystery around Yoda. They're like, who is Yoda? He's Yoda. Oh, what's his species? It's his species, you know? As far as we know, there are only like three or four confirmed members of Yoda's species that exist. Yoda, Yaddle, Grogu, and then there's one from the Old Republic, which may also just be Yaddle, I don't know. The Knights of the Old Republic game. Like there's a member of Yoda species on the council. I don't remember the name of that person though. All we know is that they live insanely long time periods. So like Grogu is 50. Is in his 50s. The baby Yoda is in his 50s. Is KOTOR canon? I believe so. What are people do like the gigantic javelins they bought back in the day when they're told that they could have an NPC? Well, when they were told they could have an NPC crew. I don't know.
Your vehicle has please visit us again.
Get people to fly it themselves. And then he said something like that, when 900 years old you reach, how good you look, you know. I mean, I love your optimism, Tree. I don't think we'll ever see a oh yeah, by the way, bombs. I don't think we're gonna ever see NPC crew. I think CIG is going to get to the point where they actually could introduce an NPC crew, and they'll find ways around it.
Anvil Aerospace. All systems online.
The 1 to 19? What's the 1 to 19? Are you talking about like the 1 to 10 ratio? Like our 1 to 9 ratio? Like for every one player, there are 9 NPCs? Now, here's the thing. Having those ships in an org is probably still going to be a good thing because you're going to have a lot of upkeep for those ships. So if you have 4 different javelins from 4 different people in an org of 100 people, or 50 people, or even, as you said, 16 people, you could put 16 people on one javelin. And then you have the ability to cycle those people out. So you don't have to rely on a one javelin always being that's weird. I'm gonna go here. I guess I can go there. Then I'll go to Pyro 5 after that. I need to learn how to bomb. Have we done a ship inventory of lore members? What do you mean? Oh, how much ships we have? I think all of the officers have a Idris. I wouldn't be surprised if, like, more than just the officers have Idris as well. But we almost never use more than one Idris per run. Here's a relevant question, Paul. Once a big ship like a Javelin leaves leaves the hangar, it's still going to be stuck in space like the original concept, or will it be allowed to land in a hangar again? I think it'll be allowed to land in a hangar, but I don't think it'll be. I think it'll have to be a space-based hangar, because I don't think the Idris or the Javelin has the ability to land. And I mean, we've seen it in atmosphere before, but like it doesn't have landing gear. Not necessarily. If you've docked the Javelin into a place where it's protected by like NPCs, it should be fine. And you got to remember that I think it'll still despawn, but you can't like put it in other places. Yeah, we don't need to use the Idris. I think Loken uses the Idris mostly because it's just available.
Bogey.
What do you mean bogey? I'm not fighting anybody. Get the fuck out of here. Hey, as I am checked the game forever, good to see it still being actively worked on. Not only is it being actively worked on, but the latest patch introduced crafting. So there is now crafting, there's a new inventory screen, there's new stations, there's a new... How long has it been since you checked in AIX? Oh, so they're planning to despawn ships now? I thought they were planning just to leave them there. I don't imagine that they're going to keep those ships there forever, because I think the original idea of keeping them there was to keep it sort of like it could be damaged, it could be hurt. But I think that they're almost certainly they'll despawn larger ships, but it'll probably take a while. Like, you know, it'll probably still stick around for a long period and then despawn, because they don't want to like have to leave a bunch of assets spawned in that no one's using. For like 5 years now. Oh, is it AIX or Alex? ALX. Okay, Alex. There are 3 systems in the game, 3 star systems in the game. They all have their own unique missions. Fuck, what else? They've completely overhauled the game in terms of like, there's now trading is now easier. There are now cargo missions. There's salvage. There's mining. There's crafting. There's new dungeons, so you can go to these places which are basically dungeons. There are new storylines. The game is, since 5 years, it's been, a lot has changed in 5 years. It's hard to describe like how many things there are. Kill the king. Yeah, now this is new too. For a lot of players who are looking at this, they're like, "Oh, this isn't new. We've had this for years." It's like, yeah, but Alex hasn't been here for 5 years. Oh, there are bombs in game now. I don't know if there were bombs 5 years ago. I put bombs on my gladiator. Yeah. Server meshing is in, so now there's up to 700 people in the game. In any shard. So elevators only, yeah, they only kill you occasionally now instead of every single time. Hacking was in the monthly report, yeah. They added the first mech into the game, the super heavy armor, which is it's a cargo variant which has a big tractor beam that you can use to load and unload things. But they also have a specialized sort of militarized variant, a militia variant of that same thing with 2 big guns on it. So, oh wait. Also this, let there be light. Let there be lamp, more likely. Yeah, 30K is basically gone. It still happens occasionally, but most of the 30Ks are now called server errors. So, and the server errors are sort of like the server goes down and then it comes, the new one gets spun back up. Sometimes it can take, a minute. Sometimes it can take like 5 or 6 minutes, but they're almost all recoverable. Quasi-dynamic meshing is coming in later this year. Yeah, that's their instancing tech. Why is there slam just hanging out? Whoa, that's, you just have drugs there? Why is there just drugs there? God dang it. I don't have cargo to pick them up. They're probably like locked or something. That's why someone dumped them there. Yeah, I'm not gonna do the bomb. The bomb doesn't make any sense. Of course, you've got lights on, so a lot of sense. Oh wait, I'll just turn that off and then that work better. I have reached target's location. Please spawn. There you are. I'm done. Devastator Midnight Shotgun. Okay. See, shit like that can still happen. Just like, what the fuck? It's interesting to see a lot of more folks coming back to Star Citizen or starting Star Citizen for the first time. It's interesting to see it now, because I've seen a lot of people being like, I tried Star Citizen, so you don't have to. And then saw one that says, parentheses, wholesome. We're in a new wave of people discovering Star Citizen. That was before 4.7, honestly. Yes, blueprints have the skin with them. So there's blueprints that you'll get that are blueprints with the skin or blueprints without the skin. Yeah, I think they've got to actually separate the skins out from the weapons, and eventually you'll be able to get the weapons and then the skins separately. I'm gonna go to Pyro 4. Because Pyro 4 sometimes spawns stuff there as well. I'm still doing blueprint grinds, so. I need a hitter. Real quick. Kill the king. Deep space hit. Shot in the chaos. Need someone taken out. Okay. Oh, we'll do the deep space hit. Asteroid base. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep going straight. I'll be right back, chat. I'm just thinking of the progression for the ILW fleet and Squadron 42 developed behind the curtain and PU performance improved. The ILW fleet has grown, included more. If the battle cruiser is a concept, since it isn't in episode 1, but the cruiser and the escort carrier aren't concepts, and they saw them a year and a half ago in the playthrough. I think you'll see them not for sale though. I think they'll put them in game, so you have to like earn them in game. And I'm guessing they'll put them in as blueprints that you have to earn in game to then build them. This is a pretty simple way. I'll be right back, chat.
stress bacon.
I'm Fly. I'm pilot.
I love democracy.
Weapons free, y'all.
Barcelona! 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 Barcelona!
Drugs.
I love democracy.
Sorry about that, chat. Ugh. Random tin ore which has been dumped. Okay. Sometimes a dude has got to make water. Yeah, I know. It's a little bit longer than I hoped for. You.
Okay.
I hate this because I actually have to do FPS shit here.
Okay.
Where are you? Ira Glazer. And boom. I'm gonna put that through it. So I'll park right. This is an upgraded kill shot. I'll show you real quick. Increase fire rate, increase impact force, decrease recoil kick, and increase recoil smoothness on handling. All right, I gotta go kill Amos Burnwell.
shit! Lost one! Dodge all you want. This ends with you dead. I got you covered. Oh, shit! That hurt. Go ahead. Laying down, covering fire. God, hey, got into it. Got tagged. I'll keep him occupied. I'll cover you. Yeah, we lost one.
Fuck. Why are you glitching?
Go ahead. Bring it.
Is that a grenade? All right.
I need a med pen.
I do too. Fuck, let me equip one. Come on. The fuck? Fuck, that was close.
Someone wants to tussle. Got tagged. Gone now.
Someone just got blasted. Oh, I've been clipped.
I'm done. I'm out. Devastator shotgun. Okay.
Holy shit! We lost one. I just killed him. Someone got knocked.
God damn it. Double click. Well, it doesn't matter. Like, watch. See? Oh, now it's working. Upgraded fire rate, recoil reduction? Yeah. Oh, good to know. Because I tried to hit double click and it was just like wasn't going anywhere. Okay, fuck you. Got the Karma beep last night, hoping it turns out well. That's good. Don't have anything left. Pretty much empty. I have to go get more health sticks here. God, that is very loud booster. It's a little bit more stuff. We're gonna head back to... Is Gaslight nearby? Gaslight. Let's go to Gaslight. This is the Gladiator. The Anvil Gladiator. It is a bomber, so it has torpedoes, but it's also... I put a 2 size 3 bombs on it as well. So I've turned the Gladiator into a actual fighter bomber. Yeah, with the best in show skin. That little weird blah, 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 is because I'm injured. It happens because of a bug with AMD drivers. Gotten used to it. It only happens in first person, and it only happens when there's some sort of status that's changed. So like if I'm right now, like I'm hungry and thirsty and I've got some drugs in my system. So it's I think it's trying to update the status on the character. And so the HUD is freaking out whenever I do the update. Whoever does the update. It's probably not a CIG thing. It's probably an AMD thing. Switch out the missiles for bombs, yes. To make it an actual bomber. Yeah, I've been trying to do the same thing. I just got to learn how to actually bomb Landon. Might try my hand at dive bombing with it. So for chat, when I was talking about what I think they do, like this is okay. There's not a lot of garbage here, but like this garbage here should be fucking, and this over here should be yeeted into this pit. Like this should just be a pit of garbage. So like it's just dirty a little bit, like it's dusty and kind of worn down, but you don't have these like piles of garbage everywhere. You just throw them in there. I mean, do you intend to use the bombs against base turrets? I tend to use the bombs to attack ground targets, so probably. You think CIG might release paints for the 85X before the ship Showdown to avoid another meme ship Final Four? No, I don't think they really understand that we're going to go for the 85X this year. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, every year, a lot of the content creators in the community comes together and go, all right, well, what ship do we want to win? And last year it was the Gladiator, and so a lot of us pulled for the Gladiator, and I ended up getting 4th? Perfect. 4th out of, it should have really been 3rd. It's got more votes, but CIG is shitty like that. So it got a skin. This and it was at the expense of the 85X. But I promised folks who were one of the 85X that we'll do the 85X this year. So yes, we're all voting for the 85X. You understand that, chat? And like with all the meme ships that I tend to push for, they're not really meme ships. The 85X is a fantastic ship for transport. It's pretty small. It fits in most places. It has two seats, so you can carry another person with you. I think it even has personal cargo. Like you can put personal cargo in there. So it's not a bad little ship for what it does. It just doesn't have a lot of value other than transport.
Your vehicle has been delivered. Please visit us again.
We'll see. I think the Perseus might lose this year because I think it might be the Ironclad.
Anvil Aerospace. All systems online.
Does a ship have to win Best in Show to get an Invictus skin? Not an Invictus skin. It has to win it in order to get the Best in Show skin. Paul, can you say this for me real quick? Quick shout out to... Who the fuck is Bethany Bartholomew Deuteronomy? Who the fuck are you talking about? Is that a... Yeah, it is. What are you doing here, Terrapin?
Landing gear raised.
A random shout out to nobody we know. Yeah. In my household. Oh, okay. Well, hello, Bethany. Bartholomew Deuteronomy? It's a hell of a last name. All right, we're going to go back to Pyro 4 or Pyro 5. Bruno and I, they've converted to the custom paint to livery, regular livery now. That's good to know. Is the Best in Show the black and gold skin? It depends on which ship you're talking about, but maybe. Have they said what they're going for people who have multiple game packs? Is there still going to be switchable to NPC, switchable PC characters, like you could have on a pirate one and just a civil miner on the other? I think it's still the plan. The plan is that a game package counts as a different character slot. And they've danced around it a lot in the last couple of years. I think they're waiting to figure out the details on how they're going to do character slots. Because right now everything is connected through your main account. Your main account has your name on it. And I know that at some point CIG wants to make it so that your account name is not the same as your player name. Kill the king, kill the king, kill the king. No, kill the king. All right. Well, they already did that because your email is you use your email to log in. You don't have to. There's still, like, I don't use my email to log in. I can still use my account name. Pyro 1, I think it's Pyro, it's Bloom, Pyro, let's go to Bloom first. You do have separate Spectrum names and handle names, yes, but your handle name is the same as your in-game name. So they'd have to have your in-game, they'd have to remove your in-game name and have it be, or make your in-game name unique to a single character slot. Yeah, they'd want to have to get rid of the handle entirely. But that's a touchy subject, I imagine, and on top of that, they probably just don't have the tools to get that done yet. In theory, you can have the same name. You can have two people with the same names entirely. You just give them, you just have the handle be for one player, and then you add on to the handle a player name, like a character name. So I could be like Paul Shelley, and then my character name, my handle is the Astropod. And then just do the same sort of thing. Just give multiple handles and then names. I guess we'll know when they do the social rework, which they badly needed to do. I really hope they have a terminal that you can go say, "Hey, I need crew for this, and then I'm willing to pay you for this." The LFG, yeah, they're planning on doing stuff like that. I mean, I have an entire account dedicated just to doing that. Basically, playing a character who has no ship. I'm gonna sell the ship if I can, or get rid of the ship, or not use the ship, and then just try to make my way by crewing on random people's ships. Yeah. But in 2023 and 2024, they basically mentioned, or I think it was especially 2024, they effectively talked about how they want to give everyone a character name. So.
Quantum fuel is at 75%.
I do 0 to Hero. I still plan on doing 0 to Hero for Monday. So. All right, we got about an hour before everything sets up. I'm still muted on the live show, so if you wanna come in and ask your and do your call-in to the captain's table, it's available in Discord. ! Discord will get you that link. Take you there, and then you can hang out in the captain's table live stage. So the captain's table live stage is where you can come in, and I will be able to pull you up and ask you, have you ask questions and stuff like that. So let me know. That'll start here in about an hour. In fact, I'm gonna go get some water real quickly while we're traveling. Be right back.
Weapons free, y'all.
Vacation, how you doing, buddy? Contracts, offers, mercenary. Lock Zenith expansion. Is that one of them? Deep space hit. Need someone taken out. Nothing here. Okay. There's Rat's Nest, Dudley and Daughters. Pyro 5. Pyro 1, I think is the other one. Monarchs, I think is the other one. Yeah, let's go to Monarchs. Comes closer. Oh, Pyro 1 is. Let's go to Pyro 1 then. Force 7 is a good patch. I just don't know what I want to do when logging in. The cheapest thing, the cheapest and easiest thing is just to go do blueprint harvesting. My whole goal is to get the blueprints for weapons and armor that I like to use. And then once I've done that, then go get mining, learn how to mine a little bit and get some more, get some materials and then start crafting them. Hey, Thorn.
Quantum fuel is at 50%.
I don't know. I could see them doing a wipe, big wipe if they do a tier 1 item recovery. Because they'll wanna wipe everyone back to standard so that they could check to see if everything's going on. I think it's more likely though that we're gonna see a wipe at the end of the year. Because there really isn't a lot of call for a wipe until they want to start testing out the economy. And if they really want to test out the economy, they're going to need to have something like the economy actually in place. And so we'll take it out. I'll use that one. So I was like your stream. I was playing with Captain MD13 from Religion. Nice. Flame jumping is back this patch. Been catching the gem miners lacking around Pyro. What's it? Monarchs? Okay. I've got enough gas for this. Let's go to Patch City. Is that close? Not really. Checkmate's closer. Yeah, let's go Checkmate, and then we'll head to head there. Oh, what are you working on right now? Just getting blueprints. Working on the Morozov stuff. Nice, a 3833 average quality pulverizer. My kill shot is like similar to, it's like 750 quality. Ooh. Yeah, I'm not using the Mr. Kraken add-on. I do want to get that eventually and show it off. After making you have both of your accounts logged in into the viewer and just have a drop down and switch accounts. It'd be so much easier, especially if you have 2 or 3 accounts. I have 2 personally, but I know people have more. Technically, you're not supposed to have more than 1 account. Against TOS, it's against TOS to have multiple accounts. So, I doubt CIG is going to change their TOS for that. It was nice to hear in the monthly report that they're planning on doing 4.8 more content in 4.8. So 4.8 is going to get more crafting. There's more crafting stuff in 4.8. Too bright. Not really darkness as much as it's dust. Yeah, the lamp didn't really help because it's not really light. It's more of a blocking of said light. It might be, but I doubt it. It's probably it's getting worse simply because my my status is a little my status isn't perfect in terms of like food and drink. Oh, come on. God. Nope, not going there. Huh. That's the second time that's happened, specifically when I go to a station in the Pyro system. Is there another hotfix?
Landing gear deployed.
I patched before I got started.
Fuel is at 100%.
Drugs.
Go. Pad 3. An hour ago. Okay, so there's another patch that gets pushed. I've been playing for like a little over 2 hours.
Mission complete.
There you go.
Burrito I ate. There you go.
Also, I don't think I saw Gin and Tonic say earlier, if you have multiple characters on an account, they would all be connected with reputation. I don't think they'll do that. I don't think they'll have your reputation be connected to your account, because that would just mean people would just buy extra accounts. As long as you pay them money, they don't give a shit. That TOS is mostly so that if you're using multiple accounts to like do things they don't want you to do, they can say, oh, you're using multiple accounts, so we can cut this account out too. I gotta talk with him about it. Yes, and CIG is definitely disincentivized from discouraging people to spend more money. The thing is that you have to spend more money to get more player slots anyways. Like it'll cost money for you to get another slot on an account. I think the problem with not being shared across characters is that people would just agree for character. They'd do that anyways, but by just buying another account. There's no way of stopping someone from being a griefer character. The solution, which I thought CIG was going to do for a while, is guilty by association. If you interact with a character that has a low reputation or has a reputation of being a griefer, and so thus has like negative reputation with everybody, then you yourself will get negative reputation because of that factor. So you can't just like have a Goody Two Shoes account and a griefer account, and then just do everything in your Goody Two Shoes account and send it all to your griefer account so you can go have fun, because your Goody Two Shoes account will then get burned. Streamer to streamer, you're building something real here. Oh, okay. Don't come into my chat and effectively like give me generic shit and a generic thing as an excuse to promote yourself, dude. That's I've seen this self promotion before, and that's self promotion. That's also incredibly bot like. Yeah, it's just some random dude. You're building something real here. What the fuck does that mean? The grind is visible and it's respected. Fuck off, Clanker. Yeah, it sounds like AI. All right. I'm gonna make a one pass. So he spawns. Spawn, bastard. Oh, he's over here. Gonna hit anything? Nope. So I'm gonna go right on top of it. Another bomb away. See if it actually hits anything. It might. No. All right. Glidey couple easier. I have spastic cerebral palsy, so AI is a godsend for me personally. There are such minor like things that they can help for that kind of thing. The problem is that the vast majority of the use is not for people like, oh yeah, I have a disability, so I can type better with this. Because I can actually like type out thoughts or speak and it can like understand my what I'm saying. Nine times out of 10, it's like, how can I use this to scam other people or make more money? Yeah, there's lots of great tools for AI. Like that's also a different type of AI, not LLMs. That does like research and does like medical technology and stuff like that. No, long. The issue you're what I'm saying is that it's not used for most of the stuff like that you're using it for. It's using it for like that person who just built a bot so that they could using LLMs to sound more realistic, so that they could just spam other people, so that they could get free advertising. been working with machine learning since the 90s. A lot of the legitimate ML, machine learning scientific research, is getting ignored because of LLM hype. Yeah. Well, whenever you hear AI did this thing, and it's like it's 9 times out of 10 machine learning. All right. It's all the stuff. All right. Let me head back to Nick's Gateway. I know. Where did I have the was it checkmate? Was it checkmate? I bet the checkmate. Checkmate's where I have my my crafter. Head to the gym. Maybe I'll be back in an hour. Later, Phantom. I don't want to get too much into the to the AI talk. What I'll say is what I've always said, is that LLMs are a tool that has a very limited use, that people are blowing up into saying that it's going to be the next big thing forever, and it's clearly not. We're already seeing those big LLM AI folks. They're starting to crack. Starting to see them crack and lose. They're basically figuring out what it's actually good for, and they're trying to now desperately put everything into what it's actually good for, rather than what they thought it would be good for. But it's never going to be justified the trillions of dollars of research that was put into it. And unlike blockchain and crypto and all that stuff, the thing that AI always had a potential, an interesting potential with it. When it first came out, I was like, oh, I could see the value of this. It could be good. But then the more people were like, oh yeah, it's the next big thing. I'm like, it's a chatbot, guys. I could see, like, for instance, what I'm seeing Google do with it, and I think what Google will do over time is they'll take the idea of what they have with Gemini and refine it to become better at helping them do Google searches. Because, like, what I've used in the past when I see Google does its AI summary is I will see the sources that it's pulling from for AI summary to see if that's the answer or not. So it's effectively giving me a simplified answer where the summary is using resources to tell me where the resources are. But then again, I've spent my whole adult life doing research. Another crash. It's a hard crash this time. Is P8SC, Mag? Is P8SC not in the table? We're going to get started here in about 30 minutes for those who are interested. With P8AR, that's interesting. Sure that the... Total time, 423 hours. I may play this game a lot. Until I can guess the character I'm thinking of in one question, I'll never be convinced by it. All right, just went to the concierge terminal and submitted a ticket and asked them whether they're having two accounts with separate emails. It's against US or not. I'll let you know when I know. Thank you. It might be out of focus. No.
Anvil Aerospace. All systems online.
Let's see what's going on. Do. Is that better? No, that's way too high. All these patches have eaten my personal hangar. Landing.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Your vehicle has been visited again.
This is going to sound weird to Star Citizens fans, but I don't think Star Citizen's ever going to be. It's going to be the game I play the most, but I don't think it's ever going to be a game that I like. We'll play the only this game and never any other game sort of thing. All right, so what we got? All right, so I've got the Coda Pistol Mag, P4 Mag, S38 Mag, and Scalpel Mag. Got lots of armors. I got the Mazarov legs. I've got Field Recon. Oh, I've got the Monde Core. Nice. Field Recon, Mazarov arms. So I've got the... I've got the Coda Nighthawk. I got my purple Coda. Devastator, 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 P4, and R97. I still do not have a Scalpel, though. All right, so what do I need for the Coda? I need Hephaestonite, I need iron, and I need aluminum. Cerebellum, Astrolite, and Aurolite. 4 minutes. Okay. I think it's just a matter of how you like to play video games. Some people don't like to play multiple games. Some people can't because their jobs allow them. Like my friend, she's a nurse. She can play more than one game at a time. She doesn't have the time to focus on multiple games. Yeah, I get that. But for me, it's more of I get in the mood to play some things, and sometimes it's I want to play some Star Citizen. But a lot of the times it's I don't want to play Star Citizen. I play Star Citizen when I'm streaming, and I enjoy that for sure. I prefer more to hang out with other people to play, but this is nice too. I just wish I could hang out and like encounter more people on a regular basis. Like LFG would be where I fucking lived. If I played Star Citizen more frequently. Ballistic weapons are great for crafting. All of the mats are found in I don't think so. Turn that back on, actually. All right. Let me see. I'm going to set up the What is it called? Setting up the stuff. This is gonna be a call-in show, by the way, y'all. So yeah, so if you want to talk, I'm on Discord right now. So you can hop in and to the Captain Sable Live stage channel, exclamation Discord to get it there. And I will put you, if you put yourself in the audience, then I'll pull you up. If you don't see it at all, then I'll just let me see if that's the case. That'll help. Either not looking at YouTube chat or you don't like my questions. I'm looking at YouTube chat. I didn't see you asking any questions. In fact, you're not even showing up on my YouTube chat. Has CIG said anything about implementing ship mineable quality and crafted persistence? Yeah, for whatever reason, you're not showing up on my YouTube chat at all. Like, I'm not even seeing you on the YouTube chat, period. Quality item persistence is a hotfix before 8.4.8. Without new mining and crafting are kind of pointless. What are you talking about? About implementing ship mineable quality and crafted item persistence. Oh, you're talking about like the quality sticking around patch to patch of an item plus or of the item and of the new materials. LTP across patches. Yeah, that's a bug. They want to make it happen, but it's a bug currently where it doesn't work. Well, the thing is that I'm looking at right here, and my YouTube chat says the last person who talked was Red Marine, who said, I wish there was actually a way for us to see how many hours we put in. That's it. That's all I see. So the restream is picking up I hate spam's message, but nothing else. Yeah, I appear. I can see you there, Dex. Would lose it all 4.8 otherwise. You might lose it next week otherwise. Paul, what do you think of the engineering room, drone room, and map room will do for the Carrack in the future? They'll have to redo the Carrack, honestly. Probably a lot of the interior stuff's gonna have to get redone for that. It's weird. Why do I appear, but the other person doesn't? I see him through your stream showing chat. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, perfect. The last report I'd seen was that the ship mineable doesn't survive patches. Neither did the quality of crafted materials. But it's great if they said they plan to fix it. I wouldn't expect them to fix it for 4.8. I'd expect it to be broken for 4.8. I'd expect it to be broken for probably the next couple of patches before they get a handle on it. They did say in the monthly report that they're working on the new back end, the new LTP stuff. So I wouldn't expect it to fully work until they get that done, but I don't know if that would get done in 4.8. That'll probably be like a 4.9 thing. All right, chat. We're going to get started here in about 15 minutes. Right now, we only have one person in the audience. So if you want to join us in the audience. It's exclamation from Discord. I want to hear your thoughts on 4.7. Everything from crafting and blueprints and the new HUD to Rockracker to the new stations to the changes to mining to even the Aurora Mark II. I see you on there, and I see you on here too, huh? All right, I gotta change this. Hold on. I want your thoughts in Discord is the issue. Not necessarily in chat. But it's 700k loss every time I run it. I still run. I love the solo mining, crafting. It'll be ignored until LTP is fixed. That's the thing, is they even said it in the monthly report that specifically, or maybe it was in the crafting section and the crafting FAQ, but basically they said that you're going to lose money with places like Rockbreaker. They don't want you to make money. They want you to lose money. So when you pay for going to Rockbreaker, that's just, you're going to lose money. They want to do it as a money sink. What you get out of it is better material for crafting for your personal use, but you're not going to make money off of it. Yes, join the Captain's Table live stage and join the audience if you have questions. So basically how this works is I'm currently in Discord. Longwaller is here. And you'll be able to hear me talk in Discord before you see me on Twitch or YouTube. And I will pull people up as I see them to ask them, introduce themselves, to give themselves to give their thoughts on 4-7, give them about 5-10 minutes, and then we rotate through depending on who needs to be on here. So basically, I want your opinion. I get enough people being like, "Hey, I want to talk about my opinion about various things in Star Citizen and other stuff in the chats and in the comment sections of Captain's Table," but the issue is I can't see the stage. And just join the live, and I'll pull you down. If you can't see the stage, then join the live or the bar, one of the audio sections, and I can just pull you down. I dragged you down, Alex, so you should be good. I will, long when we get there. Converting money into resources, we'll see if they can do that. I don't have much faith with the economy team currently. Consider what the economy team has done as not to only balance with the current PU, but also the PTU, and also have to be able to fit all of those things in the future. The economy is being bad at certain times / helps them, and we're testing it for them. If you're in 4-8, Jaden's talking about 4-7. You're getting Tony Z, my friend. He had a whole plan. Well, the thing is that Tony Z's solution is still going to be in the game. It's called Star Sim now, but it is not the only economy. There's two economies that they're trying to balance. The Star Sim, which is the mission system, which is going to be included in the new mission system, and then the player economy. And what the current economy team is doing is just dealing with the player economy. Tony Z's plan isn't dead. It's just not the main focus anymore. Because it was always going to be the plan for them to how they distribute missions for non-player stuff, for like the NPC sort of thing. So you'll never see players be able to control specific markets for specific resources and such, because the NPCs will always have control of those markets. but there'll be no reason to sell a 800 to 900 quality ore to NPCs because they won't pay for it as much as a player might. Are they still doing the 9-to-1 thing in the background since they're doing base building? Does that change that number? No, because that's only for the NPC economy. Effectively, we have two economies. We have the player economy and the NPC economy. The player economy is going to be built around crafting, getting resources to craft and to base build. So the idea is to get better and better gear, you're going to have to go through the player economy. But if you just want money, you have to do the NPC economy. And for a lot of the stuff for the player economy, you get like blueprints and other things to help you craft. You're going to need to go to the NPC economy to do certain things to get reputation up and to do specific missions, to get certain blueprints. So you'll still need to participate in the NPC economy. But a lot of that NPC economy that you get those resources, the blueprints, are going to be money sinks. So you're basically going to have to earn money by playing with the NPC economy, Tony Z's simulated economy, in order for you to then turn around and go to the places or to the people with the resources and the blueprints so that you then have to dump money into them to be able to get those resources and stuff out of it. The NPC economy could also prevent crafted items price crashes. You're not going to be able to get any money from the crafted items. I think, or from like really high quality crafted items. You're not going to be able to buy high quality crafted items from NPCs, only from players. Now, I do think you'll be able to sell crafted items to NPCs, but they won't resell them. That in turn would make NPC market useless if players are making more than NPCs. They probably will. But the difference is that the NPCs will still control the flow of UEC. And you'll still need UEC to be able to get the locations and other items that you'll need to be able to craft in the first place. You won't be able to craft a crafting machine if you don't already have a crafting machine. So you have to go buy a crafting machine. If you want to be able to build a base, you'll need to buy a ship that is a base that can do base building. And you won't be able to build a base building ship until you have a base that is able to build a ship with base building. So there's always going to be a gate where you're going to have to go back to the NPC economy to be able to do anything. And that's where they can hit the levers. Yeah, but where are you going to get the money from for a base building ship? Well, you're going to have to get it through an NPC. And that's only if that player is willing to sell you it for UEC. It's like if you don't have a hammer, you use a rock. The NPC economy is a rock. So that you can hammer things in until you get enough money so you can buy a hammer. And then you can use the hammer to make more hammers. Because you can build other things. But you'll be going back and forth with the NPC economy. They showed it off on the 1.0 roadmap thing they did, or the little, what is 1.0? The idea is you're going to have to do missions for NPCs and get certain reputations, not just to get blueprints, but also to get upgrades. My feelings are yes and no. If a player market item drops below X value crafted item, it will make more sense to sell to NPCs than sell below value to a player market as that economy has crashed. I can see that. NPCs will still buy the dross, so like right now you can mining refine that above 500 quality to use and sell the below 500 quality to the station for whatever you can get for it. Yeah. or stop making those items too. Well, you're gonna need to have to make those items. Like in order to get tier 2 of a specific item, you may have to make like 100 or 1,000 of those items. So in order to craft all of those items, you're gonna need to like get enough resources to do so. So you're gonna are you gonna try to craft 100 of the highest quality tier 1s? No, because once you get tier 2, the tier 1s are garbage. It makes more sense just to build a tier 2 from scratch rather than tier 1 additional tier 1s. So it makes more sense to get enough tier 1s that are high enough quality for you to enjoy and use properly, and then just crunch out the garbage as much as possible. Then what are you gonna do with the garbage? Well, throw it into the NPCs. To be fair, we don't know how research will work. We do know. They said specifically how it will work. They said you're going to have to do certain tasks and do certain things in order to get that to unlock the second tier of a blueprint you already have. And one of them they said was maybe you're going to have to craft a bunch of the same thing. Let me pull it up. These are unlocked by performing certain actions and have research time, resources, and UVC cost. Crafting is performed by crafting machines that come in various types and sizes, such as an item, chemical or nutrition fabricators, or even fabrication hangar. The only problem I have Berserker 1, Batman Shelley, your humble host and space bartender here at the Astropub, your space bar at the end of the universe. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show. We got a good one for you. How y'all doing? We're gonna get started with the call-in show here shortly. So if you want to have I want to hear your thoughts on Star Citizen 4.7. Anything from the crafting to the inventory to the new mission to the new locations to the Aurora Mark II, all of that and more. I'm on my Discord, !Discord if you want to join us there. And yeah, I'll pull you up from just join one of the audio like sections. I've got like bar or the live section, or if you can see the Captain's Table live stage, you can just join us there. But if you join any of the audio subs, I'll pull you to the stage. And I'll pull you up one at a time and you have a chance to speak. How's it going, Tomato? How's everything? How's the stream? I gotta say, Space, your thumbnail game is on fucking point. Holy shit. You're getting so good at fucking thumbnails, man. I am so bad at thumbnails. You guys gonna stream together from now on? Because it's hard to watch Paul and use tomatoes, which switching back and forth in the morning. I mean, we might. I don't know when Tomato streams in the mornings, because you usually sometimes Tomato doesn't stream on Saturday mornings. Asher, I love your lore and history videos. Fantastic story. Sorry if it's a rude question, but can we look forward to more videos? Yeah, no. It's honestly, it's just been the last couple of months have been rough for me, from a personal perspective and a professional perspective on my regular job. So, as of like this weekend, I actually have more time to work on stuff. So you can expect more. In fact, you can expect at least 2 videos before the end of this month. Not before the end of March or the end of April. The end of April for sure. My goal is to get at least 2 to 3 videos a month out. And one of the big things that I'm working on right now is to take the complete history of Star Citizen lore, part 1 through 5, and I'm going to recompile them into a single video. I'm working with my editor on that. It's going to be kind of difficult to do because it's going to be a several hour long video, probably 3 to 4 hours long. But I want to make sure that it's going to add some new stuff that's come out since I made the first episode, and I can clarify and correct some things. Sorry to hear that. Hope things gets better. Oh no, they're fine now. We got complicated after January. The short of it is, I'm a teacher, and so a lot of the review processes, a lot of the stuff that we get reviewed on and like get judged on, was due at the end of March. So like, I had a lot of stuff I had to do in March. Will I be going to CitizenCon this year? Is there a CitizenCon this year? Every Saturday unless we break him. I'll poke him and see if he wants to stream together on Saturday mornings. You mean the Squad 42 premiere party? Yeah. They usually announce it around March. Not May. Also, can we expect the Historians Iron Man run through for Squadron 42 when it releases? What do you mean, Iron Man run through? You can expect a lot of videos on Squadron 42 this summer, leading up to Squadron 42's release. So a Mark II? Kind of. It's more of a... If I dropped it... Let me put it this way. And for those of you who are fans of the Astro Historian, be honest with me. If I dropped a 4-hour video that combined all of the stuff that was in the complete history of Star Citizen lore for all those episodes with new content added, you would watch it, right? You'd probably watch it like 2 or 3 times, right? And I think it would do better overall. I need 20-minute chunks, yeah. But I mean, you'd watch it over time. You put it in the background. You'd watch it before you go to bed. You'd put it on while you go for a long drive. Like, yeah. So it makes sense for me to do that because it's not easier, but it kind of fixes a little bit of the problems. Because the goal is eventually that I will have the whole series finished. And once I have the whole series finished, I will do the same thing with like small chunks of them, and then I can just attach those chunks together to create like a 15-hour video that's just the complete history of Star Citizen lore from beginning to end. Sir, I watched My Name is Biff 6-hour long World War videos. Demolish me with that sweet narrative. I mean, that's where I got the idea from. Seems like modularity. It just makes a little bit more sense for what I plan on doing long term. So. Can I make it into YouTube Shorts? I could easily cut it up into YouTube Shorts, I'm sure. But the plan is still to do Star Citizen, to do individual episodes that are about 45 minutes long. And then eventually, like the next one's going to be the Tavaran War. And then after the Tavaran War, it'll be the Mezzers. And I will probably condense the Tavaran War and the Mezzer episodes into just the Mezzers, which will be about 5 or 6 episodes. The Mezzer era. So we've got the Golden Age, which would be Act 1, Part 1. Part 2 would be the Mezzers, and Part 3 would be the Modern Age. But I still have the option for the shorter version, so people can still watch the 45-minute chapter videos, or they can watch the longer ones. CIG needs you to do the documentary. I've talked to CIG about it, but I would need resources that I don't think they'd have in the time that they have left over. Because I personally think that CIG needs to do a sort of short 20-minute documentary style video that sort of talks about the history of the UEE and humanity in Star Citizen before Squadron comes out. So they can just release a small video of like somebody in motion capture suit doing like the like walking around doing the like you know, stuff in a simulated museum or in a, you know, nice backdrop with, you know, B-roll in the background and discussing the history of the UEE or history of humanity like you would see in a documentary, but like an inverse documentary of the universe. Because that would be A, their style, and B, it would work really well for a prelude, like to teach the people who are going to play Squad 42 some of the background, if they're interested in it. When do we start the question and answer session? I have it set for 3:15, but I've been delaying it. So let me go. You can get Jared to do that. You can also hire somebody else to do it. All right, we're going to go back to the opening. I'm going to go set up the office at the captain's table. We'll get started here in about 5 minutes, chat. Right now we have 6 people, so if you want to join us, ! Discord. It's a funny story. I watched your video talking about how nav jumpers of old used to hack quantum drives, make them jump capable. A few days later, I was doing my first jump point, and it wouldn't activate. I was trying to figure out what online by buying new quantum drive doesn't equip a jump drive with it. So I went to the station to buy a jump drive, took a look at the ship, and it was just taped on top of the QD. Yep, like that. Their lore does actually, in fact, match the game. That's the whole point of the lore, is to back up the game. 700 later, we're still in the same hack. Yep. It's just a nick. All quantum jump drives are just a nick. Right back, chat. 5 minutes. All right, y'all. We're gonna get started here. YouTube, we're gonna move you over to the new YouTube. All right. Oop.